Hello, hello. Another episode of Vintage Car Magazine Review. And this time we have October 1963. So I think early 60s are my favorite era for hot rods. So this one has the Spirit of America. 220 horsepower Cobra dealer bolt-on kit for Falcon V8. So I guess a 260, I guess. Plymouth first sedan to crack 200 miles per hour. That's not really what I want to go over. There's some really cool cars in here as well. Spirit of America. World land speed record 407. In a jet propelled vehicle. Like the Goldenrod came and surpassed that, and that was with a piston powered car. M&H tires came on strong. Everything was getting the tag super stock because the super stock racers, it was a big deal. It was the win on Sunday, sell on Monday deal. Some neat accessories. Almquist, they had tons of stuff. Shifters and gauges and electronic ignitions. Yeah, all kinds of neat ads. Spirit America, Craig Breedlove, the driver. The seat is pretty special. They built it. Tubing, expanded metal, and it's a containment seat. Well, small block Chevy at Indy. Don't think that worked out too well. Had a crazy cam, and it had a quarter speed cam instead of turning half speed. It's because of camshaft and a 4-stroke engine, which a Chevy V8 is. Turns at half the speed of the crankshaft normally. This one turned at a quarter speed. So if you look, it's got there's double lobes. And I think that was the purpose then, they're using roller lifters, but the purpose then is to reduce valve train vibration and stuff. So I don't think the spring technology was what we have now. So if you slow down the speed of the lifter, the speed of the cam, then you reduce harmonics. But that necessitated double lobes on each of the cam lobes. So yeah. But technically, I guess the cam's turning at a quarter speed. So if you're spinning 8,000 RPM, instead of spinning 4,000, this is only spinning 2,000. The cam helps quieten up the valve train, I guess. Especially at Indy type sustained speeds. '64 Plymouths, but let's go to the cool cars. Skip that. So this event was a cruise, a meet between Bay Area Roadsters and the LA Roadster Club. They did it every year. And they pick a different location that's in Central California. So you got Northern California, the Bay Area, meeting up with the LA Roadsters. They'll drive their cars. Like, look at this cool T. Anyone knows anything about that car, let me know. Looks really neat. I think I know which one it is. I can't confirm. See, that Roadster. Just amazing. This Roadster pickup. So what I love about this, they're driving and meeting up. That's, all the fun was in the drive. Meet up, have a barbecue or whatever, go to the beach. Here they're meeting in Fresno, I think they're meeting at a hotel or something. The pool. Go for a swim, have a barbecue, and then take off. Continued on page 92. Like, that car's been on a couple covers of Hot Rod magazine over the decades. First, I think, in about 53 or so. '94, 92. Okay, it's just continued writing about the cruise. Yeah, that's what they did with these hot rods. They had other fun runs and reliability runs and poker runs and stuff like that. That's the type of thing I'd like to see become popular again. Done poker runs with a British Sports Car Club before. That was really cool. This light, I gotta put a shade on that light. Stop the glare. Yeah, look at that picture. Look at those cars. T-Bucket. Too rad. Just amazing. That's the fun stuff I like. Look at this thing. Really cool. No grill shell yet. Still neat. The interior, unreal. Button tufts. So yeah, if you want to build an early 60s car, look, see, you can do button tufts. Oldsmobile. And the Shelby steering wheel. Shelby put his name on a bunch of trinkets just to make some bucks beyond selling a few sports cars. Now this thing is wild. Made from a coupe. Just chopped up. I mean, you could do this pretty cheap even today. Find a pretty tough old coupe body and start from there. That'd actually be really fun. It said it started as a Model A coupe. '31 Model A coupe. Body with channel 7 inches. It's a mix of 31 and 34 frame. Section 6 inches and shortened. 27T windshield posts. Molded to the body. Doors are permanently closed. Well, I don't think there's much of the doors left. Probably where they shortened it. Right through the doors by the looks of it. Doors probably garbage or gone. Someone's crazy. Quarter-mile rail. Looks like they're using a outboard two-stroke. It's a Z dragster. It's a class. That's not one of the ones that I marked the page on, but kind of weird, crazy. People are being innovative. Ah, this is another T. Yes, I'm obsessed. Yeah, Coogie's car. Yeah. When the engine hangs out in the cold for everyone to see, it just has to have all the goodies. Don Kugler chose a 53 Olds and dressed her right up. It's one thing. Building an open engine car, like I am, you gotta, church it up a bit. Because that is definitely the centerpiece. It's the first thing people go to look at. And this convertible. I love this style of custom. Canted quads. This crazy bodywork in the back. Swoopy lights in the trunk. Bob to match. It's got a Thunderbird mill in it. 56 Mark 335. While I'm not usually a fan of convertibles, I think they look like crap at the top up. This one's cool. Doing what they did with the side trim, dropped it so it's right at the top of the wheel opening. And it's on a rake, I like that. Not a tail dragger fan. And then you get these 8 scavenger pipes sticking out the back. That's super cool too. Ooh, Memphis Rodders made good. The drag car. 32 Roadster. Quite the unit. Whaling Release the Winds. So this was early on in the geysers. Still had to have street stuff on them. Headlights, had to have working wipers, to have working tail lights, all the stuff. I think this is when they dropped the requirement of it had to be plated, street legal, but quite the rig. Injected caddy motor. It's an A gas. See, I don't think they were heavy into the Hemis yet for the geysers. The Oldsmobiles and Cadillac motors were king pretty much still. Even in the A-gas supercharged. I had a conversation many years ago with K.S. Pittman. He told me they couldn't get them to run with a blower on. The fuel guys could get them to work with a blower, but they couldn't get them to work on gas. So they were running them injected. Injected Oldsmobile. Or supercharged with the Oldsmobile, but they could run the Hemi injected, but they couldn't get it to run supercharged. They weren't putting enough timing in them. Being too cautious is what he told me. As soon as they threw some timing at them, they got them. They had some other tricks. They got them to work on gas. Yeah, that looks like you could roll and go for an ice cream, then hit the strip. It's a pretty cool car. They're rarer than hen's teeth. There's a tub, touring. It's cool, more along the street theme. Seattle Custom Auto Fair. Super cool. Lost one of my markers. Car from oh, that was that Ford. That one, the convertible. It's actually from Victoria, BC. Norm Porter. Built. I wonder if this car is still floating around. Super cool if it was. I've always liked tubs. Just think they're so neat. Touring bodies. My favorite early Ford is, like pre-war Ford, is actually a 36 Phaeton. So, very similar to what a touring would be. They call them a touring or a Phaeton. But yeah, 36 Phaeton would be. Oh, there's the Cord Elliott car. This car just made its re-debut. Very cool. Court got to actually sit in it, drive it. Car made a big impact. It hit the shows. Another BC car, Fred Walsh. It had crazy scavenger pipes too under. Yep. Here's another cool. See, Plymouth. These late 40s Plymouths don't get enough attention now. I think they're super neat looking. This one's chopped. Real cool car. And a bone stock T. That looks to be an aftermarket coupe, doctor's coupe, by a coach builder. There's some companies that put these coupes together. Tell because there's no frame on the door. It's like a semi coupe. These are restored cars though, the show. Wheels, how do you use them? Oh yeah, wire wheels. Full on 80 horsepower. Cobra kit. Cobra intake, cam. There you go. Oh, max wedge. Hitting the salt. That's cool. Oh, GM. This is all what's new for 64. This is a GM A-body chassis. Pontiac Tempest, that one. Oh yeah, crazy drags. Arlington, Washington. It's probably the most innovative time in drag racing as well. Not just hot rods. And a class for everything. Everything was weight in cubic inches and then modifications. There's the altereds. Letters. Pretty much to the end. Let's see what's on the back. 32 Ford channel Z frame, 60 Corvette engine, Power Glide, Chrysler rear, rolled and pleated interior, $675 or best offer. I will take 10. Just pass me the time machine. But it was probably a pretty good chunk of change back then. '30 Ford B modified roadster, drag car. 283 Corvette, Cadillac box bolted to a 444. Some rear diff. Mags front, light frame, driver under hood. Oh, that's kind of unique. Sketchy as all get out too. See, aluminum rods were a thing back then too. Howard's aluminum rods. For a Chevy, sell them all block, $138. Well, chunk of change. My dad said he made $125 a week. I was working on ship too, so it was a better paying job than most jobs. Lots of fiberglass kits for everything. There was an ad for T-bodies. Trigniter. Appendix transistor. It's electronic ignition. Electron Laboratories. Fly wheels. Oh, here's the Willys for sale. 5040 Willys coupe, fair condition. Right for details. Making a deal would have been so slow. This guy put a phone number in, you gotta write him, send a letter. Youch. They're so spoiled. People get pissed off when you don't reply to them within an hour now. Multi-card linkages from Seagull. New hair grew on my bald head. Maybe I should contact these guys. See. See, there's always that. Hot Rod didn't really put too many hokey ads in. Girk Engineering. Cool. Sooner part with my right arm than part with my book on modifying the Chevy V8. Only 50 cents. Cal Hydro. So they were modifying the Oldsmobile Hydromatic transmissions. Because they were tough to begin with, they made them even tougher. They're 4-speed. So, I think Cal Hydro also was the one that built the clutch flight as well. was a torque flight with a clutch. I think they could do the Hydromatics with a clutch on them, because they weren't really. The big issue was the torque converters, and as soon as they got that figured out, then the automatics took over. Moon, add all kinds of stuff. Tons of cool stuff. I could sit and just go through this for hours. It's already been over half an hour just talking at it with you guys. Yeah, I think my favorite car in here has to be that's pretty good. That's pretty damn nice. I'm gonna have to say that one. Because if you want something that says early 60s D Roadster, this be it. This is the unit right there. Now that thing. Oh, and then there's my second favorite car of this issue. That's just wild. It's got a huge Oldsmobile in it. 406 cubes. And that thing with dual quads. Whoo! Basically a Olds powered big freaking go-kart. Awesome. Dig it. Hot rods are supposed to be scary. Not nice. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to wrap this up. That was Hot Rod, October 1963. Thanks again, and please like, subscribe, all that stuff. Thank you.